my name is Kelly, and today we're going to be covering the Disney way, quality management in the entertainment industry. There are four main topics when it comes to understanding the ways Disney has truly excelled in quality management in the entertainment industry. The first being customer service in entertainment, and what a customer truly defines customer service as. The second is quality outreach, where we try to understand how Disney's success is being translated into other industries and approaches to actually initiating quality. The third topic is the evolution of Disney's quality management and recognizing the lessons learned. And the fourth is enhancing the customer experience and recognizing areas of improvement. Quality outreach. So one of the unique ways Disney practices quality management is by extending their success to others. The Disney Institute hosts classes and summits on what quality is and how to successfully execute it. And these courses are open to the public, and several companies have actually been really successful in executing the quality management principles developed by Disney. Their summits include a variety of topics from customer experience, employee engagement, and even women's leadership, and they're designed to educate, strengthen, and actually build upon existing skill sets that maybe the company or the individual already has. So the Disney Institute is host to several success stories. In my report, I actually highlighted one about a hospital which was truly on the brink of collapse. They just had terrible quality management. They were getting terrible reports of customer service, and they came to Disney and really revamped their quality, and they wound up being extremely successful. So they really are just very geared towards helping other companies in a variety of industries come to the true root cause of their quality breakdowns and identify ways to restructure their ways of thinking in order to really overcome their issues and come out on top. The Disney Institute website boasts 3 core ideas as their fundamentals, and they are leadership, engagement, and service. So companies and individuals are encouraged to participate in advising sessions and summits designed to truly teach the basic concepts to being successful in the overall customer experience. The evolution of Disney's quality management. Many of Disney's failures could have been totally avoided through the implementation of Total Quality Management, or TQM. Total Quality Management is a quality management system that uses strategy, data, and effective communications in all aspects of an organization to really unite a company's goal and, in Disney's case, ultimately improve customer service and the overall guest experience. So I really focused my research on 2 of the most popular and prominent quality breakdowns Disney has experienced thus far, and the first one would really be Disneyland's opening on July 17th, 1955. This was an event that was hyped across the nation. Reporters flying in to cover the grand opening of a new theme park geared for both adults and kids. And really, opening day turned out to be the worst opening day possibly ever for a theme park. There were so many things wrong, including the construction wasn't finished, the cement hadn't set, which meant that women walking in heels down Main Street were literally sinking into the ground. There were trees all over the park that hadn't been planted yet, and most importantly, there was a local plumbing strike occurring, meaning that Walt Disney had to choose between having water fountains on a really hot day or operating toilets for his guests, and thankfully he chose the toilets. So to add to the already existing mess inside the park, counterfeit tickets had been created and mass distributed to essentially anyone who wanted one, and there were hundreds of unanticipated guests who showed up, and in turn, this caused a 7-mile backup on the local interstate. The whole day was just a disaster that really could have entirely been prevented if proper quality management techniques had been instilled into the construction process at all, really. Another major quality failure for the Walt Disney Company was the construction of Disney's California Adventure Park. So this theme park opened in 2001, and it was advertised as a way to increase tourism and revenue for the local area. However, its opening received really poor critics from reviews. The park cost nearly $600 million in construction. However, guest complaints were that there really wasn't much to show for it in terms of offerings and attractions, and it had kind of lackluster theming. And so in the coming years, Disney tried to combat the lackluster performance by investing more money into expansions of the park. So they built a new land called It's a Bug Land, a knockoff of the movie It's a Bug Life. They tried to add new attractions like Monsters, Inc. and the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. But these attempts still failed to improve the park's performance. So in 2007, Disney announced a commitment to entirely revamping the park to really truly get down to what guests want. So California Adventure became a testament to failed quality practices and how the ability to implement quality management can really save entire business ventures. Failure to address the wants and demands of consumers, internal customers, and external customers up front translated into a really low-performing theme park with a very expensive price tag. So while both Disneyland and California Adventure represent large-scale quality management, Disney has been able to implement smaller-scale quality management also. So many guests note how clean the facilities and the theme parks are upon arrival, from the parking lot to the entrance stalls to Main Street to the attractions, and there are several quality-driven initiatives working in the background to accomplish this. Walt Disney used industrial engineering techniques with his trash cans in particular in determining the placement of each bin by gathering simple, measurable, actionable, related, and timely, SMART for short, metrics. There's a quote from a research article that says, "During the early days of Disneyland, its creator was passionate about keeping the parks spotless. To streamline the cleaning process, he examined user behavior. Through his own tests and the observation of others, he noticed that guests would carry their garbage for up to 30 feet. After that, they'd throw their trash on the ground, figuring that some cast member would pick it up." And this is a great example of Walt implementing quality engineering tools in industry to identify a problem, develop a smart and innovative solution, and implement corrective action. And if you go to the parks today, there are trash cans all over Disney parks, and now we know the science behind it. These small initiatives are considered cost of quality, COQ measures, and Disney is a huge advocate for implementing lots of smaller quality projects in order to improve the overall quality of the parks. Enhancing the customer experience. I would argue that almost every person agrees that Disney does something right when it comes to enhancing the customer experience. From the time you even think about booking a Disney vacation, there are tools and an entire team of staff waiting to help ensure you get the experience you want. This elevated level of detail into their own industry requires very meticulous management. And this is where Disney capitalizes on the quality technique of knowledge management, or KM for short. One of the largest complaints Disney receives regarding their theme parks is the wait time for attractions, and according to a journal entry regarding knowledge management at Disney, the perception of wait times can be described as the following. Unoccupied time feels longer than occupied time. Anxious, sad, and angry waits feel longer than relaxed ones. Waits of uncertain length feel longer than certain ones. Unexplained waits feel longer than comfortable waits. And unfair waits feel longer than fair ones. Disney has a huge industrial engineering team to address these issues, and they've tried to reduce the impact of these negative experiences incurred by the inevitable wait times by integrating technology into the theme park experience. In recent years, Disney has introduced the FastPass system into their theme parks, and the FastPass system was designed as a reservation type system in that guests are able to reserve time slots to access things like dining experiences and attractions without waiting in the traditional standby line. This feature has been implemented with the integration of technology using RFID chips in the form of a highly trendy accessory proclaimed as the Magic Band, and guests are able to book fast passes online through the Disney theme park website or on a mobile app, and guests are able to use the fast passes in the theme parks upon their arrival. This means that guests are able to dictate the specific attraction that they want to skip the line on, and also exactly what time they want to ride it. By recognizing a significant impact area in a guest experience using their services and facilities, Disney has been able to provide their guests with alternative options to increase a guest's confidence in the company to provide the desired experience they're looking for. Another aspect that industrial engineers get to express creativity is in the queue lines themselves. Most of the rides in the parks have themed and interactive queue lines, and they can be quite elaborate to include small details from the movies. This allows guests to experience constant entertainment and reduce any lingering emotions regarding extended wait times. Disney guests shell out some serious cash to experience the magic, and that leads us into understanding the value of a vacation. We've already defined what guests are looking for when they come to the parks and ways Disney has tried to meet those high expectations, but what about what guests think of what their money is worth? With the cost of experiencing Disney attractions increasing constantly, the Walt Disney Company is consistently faced with the perceived value of their offerings. Disney has attempted to combat this by constructing new resorts, rolling out new blockbuster hits, and adding new attractions, even developing new lands in their theme parks entirely, and it appears to be working. The most recent study of theme park attendance was released in 2017 from the Themed Entertainment Association. Walt Disney attractions topped several lists, including the most coveted, the #1 spot on the top 10 theme park groups worldwide, proving that they have been very successful in improving the value to the rising cost of a park ticket. Overall, Disney's unique abilities to create memorable experiences has been recognized internationally, and the Walt Disney Company has continuously been able to develop and implement new technologies into their enterprise, impacting both their internal processes and procedures while simultaneously enhancing the customer experience. Disney is an excellent case study to understand customer service through the implementation of quality management, and their lessons learned can be shared among others in order to promote the successful evolution of a company. Walt Disney once said, "When we consider any new project, we really study it. Not just the surface idea, but everything about it. And when we go into that new project, we believe in it all the way. We have confidence in our ability to do it right, and we work hard to do the best possible job."